Welcome to Magenta's Tech Tales. Today we're building this. Aren't you excited? Yeah! Let's get to building. This thing is huge. Today, as you know, I'm building a computer. I posted on the Twitter, a while ago, by the time I've edited this, that I'm building a computer. So all the parts. Now, this thing is ridiculously heavy. This is the Cosmos C700M. And it's like 26 kilos or 28 kilos. It's nearly as heavy as my dog. But my dog's heavier because he's a big dog. But yeah, look, currently my computer, and I'll do a tale about that. It's a tale for another time. But yeah, it's not up to scratch for editing and rigging and doing all the other stuff I'm doing. As well as the computer I have been using, my housemates allowed me to use it, and we'll do a tale on that as well. But yeah, I needed a computer, and I have been waiting months, literally months, for parts. So as I wait, I get to save more money and I buy more stuff. So everything you see here I bought with myself. No one's giving me anything. Maybe I sold a kidney or two to get them, but it's been done. Yeah. Computer, building, where to start? Well, I'm gonna start with the case. This stupidly big case. Okay. Not even exaggerating, it's like quite heavy. Let's get it up on the bench, shall we? All right, first thing in the box is this plate and a foam thing, because down there. Right, actual computer. Whoa! Oops. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, Lordy. Let's have a big case, he said. It'll be fine, she said. Just do it, they said. Cool. Cosmos C700N. I'm really upset now because the tape has left marks on the glass. I'll give that a clean later. Alright, what's inside? We have a Cooler Master accessory cable riser for PCIe. So you can put your graphics card at a weird angle. They have a graphics card holder and all this other stuff. Ooh, what's this? Is a box. What is in the box? I like boxes. This is a very expensive case, so let's see what they give me for my expensive case. Where's my knife gone? Mr. Knife. Okay, managed to find it. Right, what's in the box? It's a hard drive tray, an extra one of those, which is useful. A bag of goodies. We have a cleaning cloth. That is nice. Some other stuff, some nuts and bolts, and some connectors for the motherboard. All the interesting stuff. Right, let's pull this thing apart because I will be swapping out the stock fans with the Corsair 140 RGBs. I have myself 4 of those to go in here. But yeah, alright, so this front bit pulls off. Pinch those together. Pop that off here. That can go over here. And I have this side of the case, which open. Whoop. Whoopsie-daisy. Alright. Oh, okay. Now we have our doors off. Wow, there is a lot on this thing to pull apart. Okay, so now that we have it open, what do I want to put in this? Okay, I want to put my 300mm radiator in, as well as my fans and my Lee & Lee distro block. So, oops. This is quite a large case, but even with the size of it, I think I might struggle to fit some of these components inside. Come on, buddy. There we go. All right, let's see what we're working with. Oh, it's shiny. Okay. So this is the Lee & Lee distro water block. So this will be for my custom cooling. Oh, that's annoying. That's very close. It's okay. I'll deal with that later. Right. Oh no, this isn't so bad. Remove foil. Sure. Okay, so I'm imagining I'll put this somewhere here, and then I'll put the radiator at the top. So that means all these hard drive bays have to come out to make room for my motherboard and everything. So, all right, I'm gonna start pulling this apart. Maybe we'll play some music as I pull it all apart over stuff. Pop this back in here. Where the fuck is screwdriver sit? Okay, here's my Asus Tough Gaming set that I got at a convention. I will start pulling this bad boy apart. Wow, where do I even start? There's so much on that. Now I wouldn't mind pulling all these panels off and spray painting those to match my new color scheme, which would be cool. Having a look at the back here. Oh, cool. So this is their color control board. That also has, oh, nifty. Good on you. Well, might as well pull this off. That was very easy. Ah. Well, this all needs to come undone. This is just, look at that mess. Damn. Such a mess. Okay, yeah, all this needs to be managed nicely. Well, first things first, I need to figure out which one of these is for the fans. Come on, out you get. Get those fixed up. Move all that out. You are also for my fan here. Yes, you are, so you need to come undone. Okay, so you are this fan here. So that is the back fan case. What are you for? You are for up here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going through and undoing all my fan cables, because I will be swapping these out once again for my QL140 RGB Corsairs. Gotta have that unicorn vomit, otherwise people might think I'm not gay. No, people won't think I'm a gamer. Need the unicorn vomit, so I'm a gamer. I gotta say, this case is quite easy to take apart, manipulate. Oh, that's nice. So just in there, they have a little hook that you can hook the cable around. That's nice. One cable found out. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, so that just pops off as one piece. That's very handy. And they're all our front ones. Very nice. Time for you to leave. You know what's awesome? They've even thought about this as well. You can take off the whole front fan assembly unit to assemble it outside the case. First, I should probably disconnect the fans. And then this just comes out like that. Oops. It's bumping my shelf. I have to move this whole thing forward. No more shelf bumping. Don't want all my alcohol to like fall off the shelf. I'm not sure what this thing was like here for, but I got that out. Right. So we have that out. Time to take all the drive bays out. I will need this space for my water loop. And then once I have all that out, I can have a look at how things will sit. I'll just put it in, give a good feel for it, and then from there we'll know where we are at. So first things first, I'm going to move these bays. I might actually have to pull this off. To pull the whole case apart. Do. Unscrewing the case. Before I pull this front panel off, I'm just going to disconnect down below, because the way that the RGB strips at the front of the case work is they're powered by these touch power things. So I'll just pull this off with limited ease, please. Oh, ew. They're like glued in. Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, look at that. They glued these in place. They really didn't want these coming out. That's great. Oh, look. There's more hard drive bays hidden down below. That's good to know. I'm going to stick a few down there. Sit there for a bit. Cool. So I want to remove these. Probably could have done it without taking this off, but I just really didn't want to scratch and muck up the plastic. Especially when I'm still torn between if I want to paint it or not, because of my color scheme. Don't be scared when you get a computer to like take it apart and paint it the colors you want. You know, you go down to the local hardware shop and just the case, not the components, because if you spray your components and said that I said to do that, I would be really upset. No, you just go to your local hardware store, grab the spray paint you want, take the case apart like this bit here, and take it outside, a well ventilated area, and you just make it to whatever you want it to be. It's your case, it's your computer. Have fun with it. And always keep the box for your tower, because all the boxes that your computer came with, you can stick all those boxes in one place, so that if anything goes wrong with one of your components, you can quickly go in, grab that box, and take it back to where you got it. These hard drive bays here, the back, they're held in on the other side. Now I'll need this mounting bracket for my distro block. So I'm gonna have to rewire all this. This is some chunky cable. Look at this thing. Damn. I think these are for the USB ports at the top here. They need to connect to something, otherwise you're gonna plug it in and go, what's going on? Okay, let's grab these out. We got the aircon running if you hear something in the background. It's just really hot at the moment in the land of down under. For those of you that live here, you know what I mean. As soon as you get inside, you crank the AC, get it going. It's funny, like we say, oh, crank the AC. Like in other countries, they mean like turn the heat up. It's cold. We're like, turn the AC up. It's hot. Oh, coolios. That's nifty. Easy slot in. So you just line that up, put your little thing in there, and it just sits in until you screw it in. That's great. Oh, look at these rubber things. Yeah, they're great. What did The Verge say? They're they're to stop it short circuiting or something. They're to absorb vibrations, guys. Don't overthink it. I want to be in the shot.
You're in the shot.
I'm in the shot? Cool. So these are side mounting bars. We also don't really need those in the case. It's kind of annoying, but you know. So that'll sit there. And we'll have the motherboard here and some pipes going everywhere, some fans there. So all this other stuff needs to come out as well. Right, back to unscrewing things. You know what, I could probably mount those underneath, upside down. Oh, as we sing and unscrew the bolty things, we wish we had a thing to unscrew them all really quick, like a drill or something. Well, I have a drill, I didn't really think you guys would want to hear that meh noise. Just be thankful you only have to do this once. You only need to assemble it once. But it's the fun bit. You know, it's not a task, it's fun. You build your own computer because you enjoy it, and you don't go, oh, it's so much work. If you have that attitude, go get a pre-made one and be done with it. Now, if you have to force it, something is not yet undone, and you just follow the tension, and when you find that tension, you come back to it, and you undo it. Things shouldn't have to be forced when you're working on computers. If you have to force it, if you feel you're applying too much force, you probably are, and you need to stop, take a breath, step back and see what you're missing. So I'm doing this in reverse. Usually if you're not doing many changes to your case and you're just getting a motherboard and all that and sticking it in, you would start working on the motherboard and build everything you can outside the case. Because I'm doing a lot of changes in the case, I'm doing the prep work of the case. So this is prep. I'm prepping my fans, I'm prepping the location, I'm prepping my distro plate. I'm doing prep. That's very important. If you don't prep your case and you put your motherboard in and then you start trying to change fans, you'll have a very difficult time and you'll get upset and you could possibly break something. So if you're changing your case, prep your case first, do that, then go and do the motherboard stuff. Look at all this space. I could live in this. It's gonna have LEDs. So I could probably flip these and pop them upside down. Like, they don't have to sit. This is for, you know, your little solid state SSD. Yeah, 2.45 inch, whatever it is. So that could sit up there and then you could see it, but I don't really want to see it. So I might flip these upside down and have my solid states sitting there. Should look a lot better than having it floating up above. Personally, you know, you could think otherwise and call me a fool, but good on you. I can look, flipping it the other way around and putting it here. But before I do that, I should probably attach a hard drive to it, because otherwise I'll be creating more work for myself. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. It's for the graphics card. I don't know if I want to use it like that yet, but it flips up. So it can be like this, or like this. So you can sit there and go, look at my 3090. And it spins in the glass. And because it's pushed up right against the glass, so you probably want to do it like this. If it's right up against the glass, you're going to limit the airflow. With the fans, it's going to be working harder and you're probably just going to wear things out faster. So if you do want to show it off, maybe put it like a 45-degree angle, so that way it has a lot more air to pull from rather than try to pull straight off a glass face. Not sure how I feel about doing it like that. No, I think I'll use this. So this can be for another day. Last but not least. And also that means I can stick more hard drives onto here too. Later on. Well, they're not hard drives anymore, they're SSDs. So I can stick more SSDs under here later on. For my larger storage, I'm using this Samsung 870 QVO. Is a 2 terabyte. This will be where I put all my games, like the games that I don't play as much and the ones that aren't as competitive, and a lot of footage that I've used and is waiting to go to deep storage. So very simple thing. What you do is you line it up on these little holes, just go like that, and then you need to think about how you're going to position it. So if you point it this way, your cables are going to go like this. So have a think about it and go, okay, I want my cables to be hidden and nice, so I'm going to pop them that way. Damn, that's a nice looking thing. It's all like matte silver with these little flecks in it. Now we get to figure out which ones are the new ones we need. Yeah, I got no idea. It's like, it could be this one. Yeah, that one looks like it fits, but like, how does that work with those rubber grommets? See, now it goes through the rubber grommet, which weirds me out. So, whatever, am I doing this right? Are you confused with your PC case build? Are you unsure if you're using the right screws? It's okay. We all wonder that sometimes, but for these, if you're gonna use this, get these tiny little screws here. They're really long. Just pop them in like this, real simple like. And then there's one more. Come on, give me one more. Oh, there's one. Then you just take it and you just pop it in like that. There we go. Sit upside down on the side. It's pretty solid, but easily removed. Really cool. So just measuring where it all goes. I'm going to put you, probably best if I use the third holes along. Flip you upside down, put you there, like so. Actually, I might even use the fourth one along, because I just want to stay clear of where my power supply unit's going to go. Wow, look at all the marks I put on this already. It's going to bug me to go through and get some isopropyl alcohol and clean it. Okie dokie, that's you there. Now, before I put this all back on, I'm going to put my power supply in, because I don't want any wasted space. And the way this case is, it's not going to interfere with anything. To power this beast, because I am using a 3090 and the AMD 5950X, I will be putting in the Cooler Master V1300 Platinum, because I need a Platinum 1300 watt power supply. Ooh. This is nicely packaged. Look at this. Cooler Master. Cool. Damn. Fresh electronic smell. Excellent. Alright. Puppy there. Like so. Move all that out of the way. Dooba-doo-boo. Excellent. Oh. What's in here? Cables. Wow. Check out this cable box. Like, I'm never going to use it again, but yeah, that's nifty. Cool. For next time I need a black bag, a power supply unit, they know who's kidnapping them. Cooler Master. So, you got 4 screw holes. Just gotta line them up. Oh, my dog's having nightmares. Rawr, 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 rawr. Rawr, 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 rawr. Rawr, 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 it's okay. You'll get that bad bunny. Assembling computers, it's just logic. Logic, patience, and mysterious cuts later on. Seriously, you'll be like, how'd I get that? I don't remember cutting myself. So yeah, you did. There we go, just like that. This baby is blush. Cool. Didn't have to do it now. I just wouldn't have made much of a difference, to be honest. Oh, there we go. I just got this sitting on a lazy Susan. Allows me to swivel it easily. Because I myself is lazy. Now, put you back in here. Really should have worn gloves while I'm doing this because this metal just, oh, and I've washed my hands as well. This is, as I'm building this, I'm drinking a Sydney cider. So Sydney Brewing Company, they brew these in the CBD of Sydney. They're quite good, very refreshing. And yeah, this is Boozy Tails after all, guys. Like, I know this is Magenta's Tech Tails, but there will be a cocktail that will represent this build once it's done. I'm Australian. I drink stuff. Why do stuff? Leave me alone. Okay. So, right, as you can see, everything there lines up. I'm gonna get this. Now, the way this thing works, it has these ridges here, and they line up with that, and they all just slot in place, slot in like that. And get the Lion Lee distro block. Wow, so we have our little screw plates there, cables we need, and our LED strip. Spin the case round. I will need to put this here like that. Oh, like a glove. Maybe I'll put it up higher a bit. So that will go through there. Now I might have to raise it up a little bit higher, maybe one joint, just to give this cable a chance not to be destroyed. This is going to take a little bit of finesse, I think. So what we have is we have a problem where this interferes with this. Nothing a pair of bolt cutters or angle grinders won't fix, then she'll be right. Okay, so with this not being able to fit straight away, what I'll do is I'll install my fans and my radiators, get them all sorted. Then I'll look at pulling this off, cutting a notch so that the pump can go through the back, and the distro plate will sit flush with this case. Okay, let's start installing on this fans. So we just have these we gotta take away. Right. Really easy, 12 screws, pull it off. If you're confused, the big ones are used for your fan. So they got the big threads. Really good. Okay, so now that is off. You can say goodbye to the old Cooler Master, stock fans, and hello to the Corsair QL140 RGB. Cool. Right, what do we have in here? We have... See what I said about random cuts? Just building computers, you just cut yourself randomly. Whatever. Okay, we have an RGB hub. Now it'll be interesting seeing how this marries up with the one in there. But you know what? Problems when you customize things. Comes with some nice screws and some documentation. Probably need that later. All right, first one. I'll leave it tied up in its cable tie. Wow, hey, that. It looks nice. Cool. All right. So we pick these up, and you're not sure which way it's going to spin or which way the air flows. If you flip it over and look carefully, they'll actually be just there. If I can get it to like zoom. A little arrow that shows the direction. So it shows that the fan spins this way and the air flows through it. Okay, so the air will flow past this. It's going to go whoosh like this. So then from there, you know exactly what you want to do. Okay, so this one I want to flow out of the case. So I'm going to mount it this side so that all the air in the case gets blown out the back as the hot exhaust. Okay, now I'm going to mount it up this way so that I can make use of the cable risers to ensure that the build remains clear and clean. So when you look at this, one powers the fan and one powers the RGB. Even says it, 2 RGB hub. That's nice. All right, so as we talked about, directions. Now I'm going to take this, okay, flip it this way because of course, you know, the exhaust is this way. I want to pull the air out of the case. And I'm going to pop it, copy that, over in this corner. There's a little gap there. I'm just going to use the same thing that the guys that built the case did. Fortunately, it means I have to undo it, which is annoying. Now, even though your wires are like this, you can retrain the wires. Retrain the wires is just telling them how you want them to sit and how they're going to go. Oh. One. Ow, ow. Spiky. 2. So all I did was I pulled them through here just to keep them tidy, and they will go to my box. And then my box will plug into my motherboard and my fan strips for controlling. It'll plug somewhere. I haven't worked that out. We don't need to worry about that right now. So what I'll do is thread those under there. So it's tidy and out of the way. And then take you. And where you put it is really up to you, but I want to put it quite high because I don't want it to interfere with any of my other ongoing stuff. So about there looks good to me. But you can always adjust it later because it's a slider. So I'll take my screwdriver. Now, with your new fans, it might be a bit tight, and that's because it's creating fresh grooves in the plastic. So if you look at anything like this, a tap and die has gone through and created the female for the male thread. But this hasn't had that, so you're gonna really have to heave it. But that's okay. Nothing like a bit of elbow grease while you're making this dream project of yours. No doubt, as you build it, you've been like salivating over the new prospect of this new computer, and you've been looking forward to it, you've been saving, you've been researching, you've been second guessing your choices. So it all pays off in the end. Don't get disheartened just because the screws are a little bit hard to put in. Now, as I screw, I'm keeping firm pressure on the back of the fan so that I don't, because this side's already in, and I'm keeping firm pressure there so I don't cause any tension on this at a weird angle, which will end up deforming the plastic and, you know, just leading to negative consequences down the road. Once again, hand on the back and screwing it in. Fair amount of pressure is required to twist it. And there we go. My first one is in place. Okay, we have our 3 front fans in, so they're all nicely and secure. We have the cables ready to go at the back. Now, as I said earlier, it's going to be pretty tight with this. So we can shove this all the way forward, that's fine, but there is a potential height. So once we put this in, we've also got to deal with the fans. So I'm gonna have a look-see at that and see how that's gonna work. It should fit, should be fine. And if it does fit, I will need to, for this thing here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the hacksaw and I'm just gonna cut these runs off so that this can sit at the back. So I mix in matching parts, so there will be a little bit of DIY work. You know, this is a Lee thing, so it's meant for their cases, but I'll make it fit. She'll be right. Yeah, for my radiator, I'm using the Corsair XR5 360 white. Let's have a look at this beauty. Okay, what's in the box? Come on, give it. Give. Come on, Super Chill. Give it up. Ah, got it.
I was going to suggest just opening the other side.
Yeah, but that's not as fun as reaching in there and grabbing it. Okay, we have our screws for the mounting and the screws for mounting. I like this box. I'm gonna keep that box. Good. It's hard to come across good boxes. Okay. Bolts. Oh, bubble wrap. Bubble wrap. So this is a 360 radiator, and that can hold 3 fans. So the fans I chose for this were the Lee SL20s. Now, I liked these fans and I got these because they are these awesome interlocking like doohickeys. Open. There we go. Wow, look at that fan. That's a nice fan. So why are these awesome? Well, because you could be a lazy guy like me, or very time poor. And these fans, they're pretty awesome. So you take the female end and the male end and you spin it around the right way, go like this, and there it is, locked in place. So I have 3 of them locked, and then with my radiator. So, thinking about the radiator, right? How do we want the air to flow? And these are questions you should be asking yourself as you build it. So right now I have air flowing out the case and air being pulled into the case. So I have my 140 fans, sorry, pulling, 3 of them pulling in, so 1 pushing air below here, straight into my power supply unit. And then I have 2 basically pushing air into this area for this. Now, how do I want my radiators to sit? That is a good question. let's just slot that into place. Whoop. And that, there we go. Cool. You beauty. Look at that. Oh, I really like the, it's not even a sticker, it's kind of like scratchy stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's beautiful. Look at that, white and silver. Love it. So, do I want my radiator pulling air into the case to cool it, or do I want air flowing through the case and it pushing it out to cool the the air? Well, let's think about this. Either way, it doesn't matter, but if I'm creating a positive pressure in here, which is good for keeping dust out because there's so much air it kind of pushes the dust out, theoretically, or as the story goes, these fans would have to work harder. And if they're working harder, they're not moving as much air past the radiator, you could surmise. Now this is my dingleberry logic. So with my dingleberry logic, I can go, should I make the fans work harder, but have fresh air pulled in to then cool it? Or should I have everything flow out and blow up? Now, if it's blowing up, it means dust won't really settle on top of the computer. All the dust will be constantly being blown away. You know what? I think I might push the air out. So I don't quite believe it'll be a negative pressure because there's that and that. I think it might be neutral, somewhat positive. But hey, if I don't like the results, I can always flip it later on and see what it looks like. You know, we'll run some temp tests and we'll do some benchmarking and see how stable the CPU temperature remains. But yeah, now to mount this bad boy. So we have screws holding this in place, just here and here on the top. So I'll have to get my screwdriver and get this. Now, might be able to put that there like that. Yeah. And the radiator, like this, can sit under like that. It's just where I want it to sit. And how you want the pipes to flow. So these are the ins and out. Now, if you have it here, and I have the distro block here, it's going to have tubes running that way, or tubes running this way. But either way, you'll have long running tubes. So it comes down to what's your appeal, you know? When straight down, and I have my distro block here, this will go to the distribution block, or they'll go to the distribution block, or maybe the distribution block will feed both. So you save yourself on pipe, and then you'll have two cables going across here to there, which is one way of doing it. Or put it this way, and you can have a long cable going from the distribution block to the radiator, and then one maybe from the CPU to the radiator. So like you could have cold distributed water go into the CPU, from the CPU flow up into here to be cooled down straight away, and then back into the block to keep the loop perfect. I think I might do it like that. I don't see any issues. Yeah, I got that Corsair. Look at that. Look at that. Put my fingerprints all over it. So shiny. Corsair. Little ships. I always look at this and I just see ships. The next question. Do I want the air to be pulled through the radiator or pushed through the radiator. Like we already know we're pushing the air out. And for those of you who go, oh, you're doing it wrong, or there's all this other stuff, it gives me an opportunity to fiddle around with the configuration and then measure the results. So I do it this way. I pull the air in, I push it out. Or I might pull the air in and keep it in here, a hot bubble of air, slowly being pushed out by this poor guy. He's like, no, so much air. Who knows? But yeah, we have this. And I could put this here. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put the radiator like that. Okay, so if that's the exhaust, I want to exhaust upwards. That means I'm pulling the air through. Because yeah, I can't really put the radiator on top of this. That won't work real good. And that means too, like whenever I wanna, if I wanna.
Ow, something snapped on my hair.
Yeah, the thing you just bumped off the wall.
Some giant handcuffs. Anyway, it's a shot.
And then, yeah, if I put it on top, it means that I can flip this whenever I want. So that will be pulling the air through, and this is sucking the air through. So I can't really keep it up there with this. Yeah, unfortunately I can't put the radiator on top, so it's gonna have to go down, which means my super special fancy fans are useless down here. Unless I put it down there like that. See, that would look nice, which means I took this off for no reason. But if we are doing it like that, I need to see what my clearances are now. If I put you over there, like that. Okay, so I got that. See, it's all about prepping the case. That's what we're doing right now. We're not even thinking about the motherboard or anything like that. We're prepping the case. Well, I'm thinking about the motherboard because I'm like, will it fit with the motherboard? I don't know. Well, I do know. I have a fair idea. Yeah, so if I scooch you over, put you there. Oh. It looks like it won't really fit. So I'm going to have to put my fancy, expensive lights there. And it's not like I can turn this way, because then I block all the airflow to my case. Okay, this is not going to work while the thing is unscrewed, because there's no way of me telling if it is in the correct position or not. Alright, I'm going to get you. Okay, now she's not going nowhere. Now I can see how well this all goes together. Put you there. Oh, look at that. There is just enough clearance for me to put my distro block in and keep my fancy lights on this side of the case. Oh, that's mint. That's a mint outcome. I am happy with that. Yeah, I'll take that. That's a win. I'm calling that a win. It's almost a win, because if you look here, the cable actually, as the fan spin, it hits the cable. So that ain't a win. That sucks. Wait a minute. If I put you here, my radiator, oh look, oh, it allows pipes to go through. Oh, that's fully sick, bro. Now I like, don't even have to panic. because like the pipes can come through the ceiling and the radiator is like all hidden, and like this thing can now sit all nice like. Oh my god, this is perfect. I am so happy. Like, look, stupid accent aside, that's really cool. And this is where you play with it, because it requires some tweaking when you're mixing and matching stuff. You know? But yeah, cool. Cool, cool, cool. 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 Yeah. All right. I will pull this out and attach all the radiator stuff. Oops. Just ding up my radiator. Okay. Put that in the box. Okay, so first things first, I need to attach this. Now, because I'm going to have pipes coming down, and I have this here and there's the bridge there, I'm going to need to push the radiator as far this way as I can to allow it to have all that clearance. Otherwise, I might have to flip it around the other way, which is no big issue. It can be done. So first things first. Yeah, look, that's going to have a ton of clearance. Cool. So let's get that there. Now, according to the Verge's video, I use these really long screws and put it down there. No, you don't. You'll hurt your radiator a lot and it'll be very, very sad. So this is where these long screws come in handy. Because you put them through there. So as you see, they just pop out the bottom there. Just line them up with the thing. You'll feel it go in. Oop, oop. Screw down, screw down. I don't want that in there, rattling about. Pretty horrible, right? Why is my computer making this noise? Oh, there's a screw in there somewhere. It's okay, it'll come out eventually.
If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been
Phase 1 complete. Now I'm gonna go get a hacksaw and I'll hack that off, and we'll be able to install that. And then everything else we'll install outside the case. We'll put the motherboard together, install everything we can on the motherboard, drop that in, then start working on the wires and wiring it all up nicely and doing our cable management. All right, let me go find a hacksaw.
Howdy y'all, my name's Foxamus. I'm a humble fox that keeps an eye on Magenta, and now I'll be narrating some of their content. Now, I'd like to apologize for their lack of uploads of late. They've been busy with their uni work and their real work and all that excuses. But now they're back on the bandwagon and they're uploading like fire sale or something. But anyway, this is the end of part 1. Now part 2 gonna come real soon. You'll see more cringe, more of them trying to work out how to do things when really they had no idea. Just watch for the lulls, point out the problems, and generally have a good time. Be safe, y'all. I'm out. Bye.